Kansas City. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run with a second-round pick from April's draft. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
And the Patriots, first down. It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, New England.
On play action, May. Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Boy, 30 more yards and another first down.
And this offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch. And the two of them had this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
They'll throw with May. There's Henry. Touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Henry. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Pats are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
And simply put, for many, he's the gold standard for quarterbacks in today's NFL because of his ability to create, find the open man, use all the different arm angles that he has. He's a complete package, and boy, his team loves to play around him.
14 yards. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Worthy. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. On 4th down, the Chiefs send out Matt Rise at a punt. Back deep for New England is Marcus Jones. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To the air, May. Short pass caught by Henry. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's May. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. They'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Now Remigio. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
And the Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. The slot man in motion right. A give right side for Pacheco. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Well, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Looking to put a drive together. They go play action now. May. Oh, dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
The Chiefs make over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he's taken down inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Now Mahomes. And he will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
That's into the hands of Worthy. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Christian Barmore getting in there to drop it. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal.
49-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
To throw, it's May. Throw out wide is incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Here's Bryce Behringer now.
Behringer in formation for the Patriots. Patriots.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Mahomes now to throw. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. 43 yards on the punt. Return of 4. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you get your best people in the area to try and take that away.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for our Patriots. First down.
From the gun, it's May.
48-yard line.
Got a man, Boutte. And he's got this down to the 35.
Defense.
So the penalty declined, and they will keep the yardage on the completion.
And you could almost see him compartmentalize there throughout the route. Fought hard at the line of scrimmage, a lot of hand checking throughout the route. Great job staying focused on the football and pulling it in through the contact.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. May going to give it to Henderson. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
That is caught at the 7. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
1st and goal, New England.
Henderson. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the Chiefs' 6-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a New England touchdown. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never like it stopped so soundly during the series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They got to get going.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now here's Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Mahomes gives to Hunt. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Now he'll take this and run. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs have cut the lead back down to 2. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Yeah, looks like they move things around here. Again, it's Henderson. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Just a gain of a yard there, and now we do 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3rd catch of this first half. Now the red challenge flag makes an appearance as Andy Reid wants a second opinion. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. And he rifles one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They set up the screen for Henderson. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. They'll get it up near midfield at 49 before being taken down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And this offense on 3rd down today, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Here's Pacheco. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally just...
And he will take it all in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. New England trying to get the place on offense. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Here's May. He'll check this down to Henderson out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now a 3rd and 6. Throwing here is May. Gets this complete to Butte. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And they go play action with May. He's got Hooper on the short connection. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And pass complete. Here's Butte with it. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 39. Looking to throw. May. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Patriots, first down. A gain of 15. First down, Patriots.
From the shotgun, May with it. That'll be complete to Henderson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Trevion Henderson, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Patriots are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. That's complete, left side to Worthy. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. And that's incomplete.
This is probably why this guy's got multiple MVPs on the mantle. We're used to seeing him make the impossible throws, but here Mahomes knows he's got nothing, so he wisely just gets rid of it.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Mahomes going to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now a 2nd and 2.
Patriots 31-yard line.
Mahomes to throw once more. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. So a tight one so far, 1-point game at the break as we check in with Scott Hansen at our halftime report. Scott. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So from the 26-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
3rd and 14.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot it. It's incomplete.
Oh, boy, tough conditions out there. I don't know if the defender slipped or what, but he had a man wide open, and that's a bad one to miss on. They don't come a whole lot easier than that one right there.
The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw out play action. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
They'll throw with May. Looking middle, and that's complete.
Complete to Kayshawn Booty. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here is 3rd and 5. To the air, May. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And this one is right through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. And Kansas City's offense now set ready to go. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety. And they've had
big pressure coming, and they got him once again. Harold Landry able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's the Chiefs punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Jones on the return. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, it's Henderson. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Tackle there by Jerry Tillery. Now a 2nd and 10.
At the 44-yard line.
To throw, it's May. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
And the Patriots, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
And he's going to use his legs here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, the risk-reward of him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football.
sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
May looking to run. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Henderson. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's May. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Stephon Diggs from 4 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 24. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. Look at the big fella go. And finally down at the 36-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Yellow!
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. That is caught. And he will have the Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
A handoff now from Pacheco. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Yellow!
Here's Pacheco once again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And 4.
Mahomes now to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Touchdown! Marquise Brown from 3 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
The Chiefs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
They're going to keep it on the ground. Now bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And now we move our focus to Stephon Diggs. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good.
but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
And when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. We get set for the fourth quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. Off the play fake. Here's May. Finding Henry here on the crossing route. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Straight ahead, Henderson. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 67 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's good hard running right there on first and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Once more with Henderson. Trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. On play action, May. This is caught. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
I don't care what the analytics say. Look at where they are on the field. To me, that just screams go for it here. I don't even think about putting a kicker out there. What say you?
I support whatever they do. Let's find out.
Look at you, man of the people.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. And his kick is indeed good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet. Okay, being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
KC's offense ready to take over. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a 1-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
They go play fake. Mahomes. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Caleb Chason, the former first-rounder, in there to get the sack. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Roby. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. They juked him. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, it's still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. They'll go again with Henderson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 92 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Throwing here is May. He finds Douglas complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 2nd down.
I think that was a pretty good read right there. They caught him in zone defense and went to the hitch. And because they're in zone, that creates a natural space between the defenders and the receiver, able to get it to him quickly and let him get upfield.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Arises on to punt here as he gets this one away. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Stevenson now on 1st and 10. Chris Jones on the stop.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
Here's May. Gets this complete to Butte. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Right back to Henderson on first down. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. May. He finds his man. Complete. That's Douglas. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Henderson. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. 2nd and 14. They'll look to throw here. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And that should do it. He's got a first down, and the Patriots can run it out from here. This offensive line starting to win up front. You win that battle in the trenches, you can kind of wear them down here late.
So you bring in the second part to that equation, and that's the big running back, the big bruiser, who can get more than what's blocked and break a few extra tackles and gain yardage.
And they will take a knee here.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominating.